Thank you, Holly, and welcome to Unity of Lawrence. It is my joy to be worship assistant today. A little bit of that song made me think of Charlie Brown and dun da 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 da. And as a teacher, I know my tribe of children wherever I go. So in Unity of Lawrence, we begin in prayer. This is a time that I invite Karen Langsford forward, and we are so blessed with Joanne and Karen as well to have as our chaplains who are here to hold sacred space after the service with anyone who feels that call. And so we are grateful for their gifts.
Good morning. Let's take a deep breath in and we center ourselves here, knowing that we are divinely called to be here on this beautiful Sunday morning to share and to create and to know ourselves as love. We are a loving spiritual community, and our bright light shines, and we are here to keep our lights shining, and we are grateful for that. Resting in the peace of knowing that we are love, that we can move through this day, this coming week, with grace and ease, with grateful hearts. We say, thank you, God. Thank you, God. Amen.
Thank you, Karen. So prayer comes in many forms, and that includes music. And so we also get to enjoy Michaela leading us in song, and this is who we are. So let's rise as we are able to sing with Michaela. We are family.
Sisters with me, we are family. Get up everybody and sing. We are family. I've got all my brothers with me. We are family. Get up everybody and sing. Living life is fun, and we've just begun to get our share of this world's delights. High hopes we have for the future, and the toes inside. We are family. I've got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up everybody and sing. We are family. I've got all my brothers with me. Everybody and sing. Now let's turn and greet each other with a handshake or a hug.
So just like in life, we can clap to the simple beats and the rest we'll catch up to. And we come back together beautifully, harmoniously, and life is good. Well, at this time, as we settle and breathe into the love and light that is unity of Lawrence, let's also affirm unity's founding principle together. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God, the source of all good. And our Lawrence vision, united in divine love and joy, we celebrate an abundant world for all. And our mission, we are a thriving spiritual community, sharing love, building bridges, and inspiring transformation. So we get extra transformative music today. Let's welcome back Sugarfoot Detour.
It's great to be back.
It's been a long, lonesome time since the morning. I've walked for miles. My feet are burning and bruised. But the path ahead of me seems never ending. A yellow glow that keeps me tattered and used. And the breeze keeps a sifting when the moon starts to glow by the dust out on the road where the weary traveler goes. When the lightning struck the ground, I heard a thunder. The stones came down in a dusty wall. But the sun broke through the clouds and tore asunder the bonds of pain between us all. And the breeze keeps us sifting when the moon starts to glow by the dust out on the road where the weary traveler goes. Softening veils were dragged across our stark reality. We've been lost inside a self-inflicted pain. After centuries astride the sparkling stream of misery, I am weak. As he walked into the fate of the prophecy, the truth he told, we're all divine. He carried poor along with all the aristocracy, so we could know he left a sign. And the breeze keeps us sifting when the moon starts to glow by the dust out on the road where the weary traveler goes. And the breeze keeps us sifting when the moon starts to glow by the dust out on the road where the weary traveler goes. Softening veils were dragged across our stark reality. We've been lost inside a self-inflicted pain. After centuries astride the sparkling stream of misery, I am weak.
thank you for sharing your gifts with us, your talent, your time. Again, this is who we are. And 18 years ago, my family were weary travelers searching for a home, a spiritual home. And unity principles were deeply ingrained through my Aunt Cindy, who is one of the founders at Unity of Overland Park. So I had gone through the membership classes, unbeknownst to her. She knew that I was a member when I stood up with all the other new members at Overland Park. But I wanted that to be separate and yet together. But that was not for our family. So we went seeking and searching for a place that felt home. And that's what led us to Unity of Lawrence, where as we're getting out of the car, 6-year-old Ian is saying, "Mommy, why is that bearded man in a dress?" And I said, "Because he wants to be." And even before we walked in these beautiful window light doors, I knew this was a safe place to come. And then Robin Loomis's beautiful ironwork tree called, "This is where I'm rooted." The upended ark that some of us need with all these torrential rains, were a natural home of safety and security. And so we knew without words, this was where we would set up our spiritual community. And from boys running down ramps to Joe Anderson, because Devin was almost 3, and David Mosier looking over to make sure everybody was safe over the railing. And as we said goodbye to Reverend Sherry Schultz on her new adventure, we welcomed in Reverend Steve Colliday with his tambourine. "This is the day the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it." And we opened our hearts as we opened in song, and we knew this was home. So in this beautiful spiral, the golden mean that Leonardo and other artists follow in the pattern that's geometrically laid out, in this golden mean we know the truth that wherever we are, all is swell. Because God is in each and every one of us. In our stories we share in heroes' journeys, in the plants that we water and pick, in all that we do. We are united in love because this is who we are. And it's perfect then that this morning, as I got up a little extra early to be ready for today, I opened up one of my favorite poetry books collections by Nancy Wood, Spirit Walker, with artwork by Frank Howell. And oh, so perfectly, in such synchronicity I could not have planned better, I found a marked poem, and because I am me, the worship script from February 15th, 2012, folded up marking it. And do you know who was giving the message that day? I do. Robin Goff and Martin Dowman, speaking about transformation through service. And that is what today has been planned to be for over a month. What a beautiful spiral circling back to our heart space. So as we get ready to appreciate and celebrate all who are here today and have been here today, I want to share that poem again by Nancy Wood. The Circle. All is a circle within me. I am 10,000 winters old. I am as young as a newborn flower. I am a buffalo in its grave. I am a tree in bloom. All is a circle within me. I have seen the world through an eagle's eyes. I have seen it from a gopher's hole. I have seen the world on fire and the sky without a moon. All is a circle within me. I have gone into the earth and out again. I have gone to the edge of the sky. Now all is at peace within me. Now all has a place to call home. So wherever our physical bodies might be, this is a home that I will carry with me wherever my weary feet may travel throughout the days or weeks or months or years. And so it has been for us to share a journey, a circle in the spiral that never ends, with Reverend Sean Ann Wagner. And so today, as we welcome her today to share goodbyes, we know, as the poets say, I carry you in my heart. I carry you in my heart. So let us welcome Reverend Sean Ann Wagner to share what's in her heart today with us.
So what a blessing to be back after my summer break, and also a little bit bittersweet, feeling joy and seeing all of your faces, and then also knowing that I won't be back for good. I just want you to know that I was very much aware of the situation at this church when I was hired many months ago, and we had had continuing conversations at a board level of what the next steps were for this church. There was a meeting, a public meeting not too long ago here within the congregation, and there was a decision of a choice between a minister or keeping the church building. And I understand that people chose to keep the church building, and I just want you to know that I get it. I've had many people reach out and connect with me and wanting to make sure that I'm okay and understanding the decision, and I'm like, I totally understand, I'm fine, so I want you to hear that. And also, just in my own growth and appreciation of my ability to let go. And I really don't get attached to things like I used to when I was younger. So I've really learned how to live in today and just be in that presence each and every day, and knowing that Spirit is guiding me and directing me and where my right place is to be. And I absolutely 100% think that I was meant to be here for 10 months at Unity of Lawrence. I celebrate that for me. I really celebrate that for you and getting to know each and every one of you. I knew that when I came in, my goal was to teach emotional and spiritual development, and I feel like I have done that. I know that many of you have grown because you've been sharing that with me each and every day. So as I say my goodbyes, I have a little bit to share. I was excited to hear that out of this meeting came this renewal of energy in the congregation that is so very important. You know, as ministers, we constantly talk about how can we get, ministers want to lead the church, but they don't necessarily want to run everything. Ministers want the congregation to be community-focused, community-led, and for people to come forward and to be in service in that way. And I think there's something that happened in this meeting that people got it. As much as ministers talk about it, I think you got it. Ministers also talk about this place of being in receivership in churches or being in ownership of your church. And that's for each of you to hear. As you're sitting in your chair here, do you feel like you're only in receivership, or do you feel like there's spaces that you can step forward in ownership? Because I firmly believe that if there is a strong number of people within this congregation that continually step into ownership within this church, that this church can be here forever, whether you have a minister or not. Okay, so do you hear that? You have an ability to be forever, and it takes each and every one of you to step in and be a leader and to grow yourself. As I think of my months that I have been here, I am most appreciative of some people that have really stepped forward in leadership within this church, and that is the board presidents, Michelle Kirk when I was first hired, and also currently board president Diane Silver. Will you both come up for just a minute? I know that they're up here a lot, but I just really want to share with you, we're looking for qualities of leadership in people. And so these ladies got it, okay? They've got it. Okay, so I just, what are the qualities that we're looking for? An ability to be peace when it's needed, an ability to listen, an ability to have an open heart, an ability to let go of my own agenda and to hold a higher vision of whatever is needed at the time. An ability to create unity at all times, and an ability to be grounded, centered in spirit, and knowing that spirit is guiding the way. Each of these ladies have dedicated an amazing amount of time and energy to this church. I really think that Diane jumped right in kind of under fire circumstances, so we applaud her. Just want you to be aware that not only do we need these fine people here, but we need each one of you to be able to step into that space and hold the space for the entire congregation and to be in ownership as each of you are. So thank you so much. And personally, thank you for being my friend while I was here.
Absolutely.
Don't go. So also, I told them earlier, I was sad when I heard the news I was not coming back, but I had really not shed any tears. And today, now they see your lovely faces, I may cry a bit today or on the way home. So love each of you. Thank you.
Don't go anywhere. So congregation, if you would please rise and rub your hands together, let us bless this phenomenal woman as we say together, Reverend Sean, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the divinity in you. And as you have a seat, well, the board does have some gifts, and also I know many of you have had the opportunity to sign cards, and so these are just small tokens of what you mean to us. There is a particular agate stone that is part of that is about divinity,
Do I get to open?
grace. Do you want to?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, you get to do what you want, girl. We know you like scarves and altars. And maroon is a color that symbolizes spirituality and deep wisdom. Thank you. Yes. Thank you so much. Right. And so that's one piece of our heart that we share in leadership as leadership comes and goes for all of us in whatever walk that is. Another piece is that when we did walk in as a family through those doors, it was almost immediate, Tanya Mayer coming up and saying, well, welcome. And would you like to be on the social committee? Sure, I'm sociable. Okay. And she and Paul Friedman leading a class before service when we had the annex across the way for adults where we got to meet fine folks like Chris Hicks and Pat Weaver and many others. And then Dinners for 8 was part of what Alicia Briseño on Hospitality and Social Committee coordinated, and that's where I met Diane Silver and Carol and Bo March, and I was so grateful to know that other people had children like my own that didn't just stay in quiet little contained boxes, but were fully Irish boys of balls of energy. And so at this point in our service, it's such a beautiful circle of thinking about how did I grow in unity principles, because we do share love. But building bridges takes action. And no matter who our speaker is, we come and hear that message of breathing in, filling our spirit, connecting to all that is one, and then taking steps forward with that. And so at this time, I would invite anyone and everyone who has ever served in any volunteer role here at Unity of Lawrence to please stand and look around and know that when Reverend Sean says it takes each and every one of us, we mean that. This is who we are, love in action. And so, yes, happy voices, small and big. Please don't stay seated. Please don't sit back down, but come forward. I know what I mean. The words don't always come out that way. But we used to have barn party dances to celebrate the harvest of our giving. And today, we're going to recognize you from the board and congregation for all of the times that you have served, to please come up here and stand facing out. And board members, if you would please come join me. And we are going to face our coordinators, our volunteers, our team leads, our service. Pardon me. It will take us just a moment, but look at all the givers and giving. And Robin Joseph, I know you do this. But you don't have to come forward, and that's okay. Because we get to choose our gifts and how we celebrate and do that. And so as our board members and congregation look at these beautiful beings of love, light, and unity of Lawrence, for those of us not standing up there receiving, let us do the giving of blessing these individuals. And we have heart pins to hold this heart space of gratitude. And we have stickers for you as well, as small tokens that whatever is written on your hearts, you have served, and you have served well. And we are blessed for all that you have done and continue to do in our community. So let's rub our hands together once again, and let us bless our volunteers. We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you, and we behold the divinity in you. Diane has the stickers on that side, and I have the pins I'm going to sprinkle over here on Vicky's chair. Please come and help yourself. Perfect. Thanks, Chris. Yes. And for those of you, as you're watching and this is your first time, truly, each of us are gifts in the giving and receiving, in the flow of life. So as I thought about our family circle and the spirals that continue to grow, as I think about what Ginger said, serving on the board and making connections at such a deep level, connecting and grounding, rooting and branching and budding and blossoming, we are truly blessed as we all continue to come and go. There's something that came to me in looking over how connected today became as we're saying goodbye to Reverend Sean in gratitude always, and hello to newcomers. The tears of goodbye fall as we gasp hello into this day. And we know God, the source of all good, is within us all, flowing like a river to the sea of boundless love. Aho, dear ones, and thank you above us, below us, and here as witnesses of the love we all share every day in all ways that bring us joy and feed our souls. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for being who you are. Thank you for being the light. Thank you.